Hello YouTube. Before you join iGenius, let's take a look at the reviews on the site TrustPilot. Now, TrustPilot is a fairly well-known review site, and iGenius Global has a fair number of reviews, not a huge number, about 1,200 as of the beginning of 2026, and an overall rating of 3.7. It's broken down like this. This is not unusual for TrustPilot in that, especially with a small overall number of reviews, about 1,000, roughly 5 times as many 5-star reviews were left than 1-star reviews. And I want to look at a random sampling of approximately 12 months ending at the end of 2025 and look at what those reviews look like. Let's start first with the more numerous 5-star reviews, and we're looking at a time sampling. So this is the last 12 months. And what we notice about this is that almost all of these reviews in the last 12 months were left within 2 weeks of mid-May 2025 and the end of May, virtually all of them. And that's about 22 reviews. Here is an example. iGenius is the best edu-action platform. iGenius is the best edu-action platform in the world. I learned a lot of stuff from trading, cryptocurrency, and other. Before iGenius, I was poor. Now, I have my company, my investments, my skill, and life, what I wanted to have. Big thankful for iGenius, and then less than 3, which is the heart sign. And it's sort of interesting that this was left on May 15th, 2025, and it's called an unprompted review. However, remember, virtually all of these reviews were left within a couple days of May 15th. So here's some phrases that were common in the 5-star reviews, and I asked ChatGPT to pull for me 4-word phrases or 4grams and show me their average number of occurrences. Most numerous was either "this platform changed my" or "best place to learn," with between 6 and 8 occurrences. This chat platform changed my was often completed with the word "life" or "mindset," and "best place to learn" was varied as "best place ever," "best place to develop," etc., etc. Also common was "education, tools, and community." That's down at the bottom. That was a recurring triad. And then in the middle we see "learn trading, cryptocurrency, financial," some combination of that bundled in many reviews. "Make money from phone," which would also include a laptop, and "high-paying skill sets." So fairly common recurrences for just a small handful of reviews, which is somewhat suspicious. Now, I also asked ChatGPT to find me 3-word phrases, and the most common one was "changed my life." And that appeared verbatim in many of the titles and in the bodies of the reviews. "Changed my life," "life-changing," "changed my life for the better," etc., etc. And then there are other variations on some of the phrases that we saw in the 4grams, including "amazing community support." This is notable. You can try to do an analysis for the several 1-star reviews. However, there was no pattern for 1-star reviews, suggesting that perhaps for the 5-star reviews there were some suggestions, promptings, perhaps, about what a reviewer should say. Now, let's look at some of the 5-star reviews that I thought were notable. This is Noble Mike Jameson, who's been covered several times on this channel. He is the leader of the AMG group, and though he's been in iGenius for several years and had been doing other MLMs prior, he did not leave a review until, well, look, May 15th, 2025, and he said, "I had a chance to use the trading tools and alerts, and they are awesome. The absolute best education on the capital P planet, 100. And though it's posted on the 15th, it's listed here as May 2nd, in any case, early May. This next one is interesting. Talia Barkey, she is in OBG, and she is, that's Orange Beanie Global, or the former Orange Beanie Gang, or Orange Beanie Group, led by Alex Lugo. She's essentially a model. If you look at her Instagram, it's really all pictures of her in a bathing suit, fancy clothing, or lingerie. And it's hard to tell from that she is in fact a trader. She posted this at the end of that spurt between the end of May and the beginning of June. And she said, iGenius changed my life for the better. Amazing education and tools. I've been here a year. This has changed my life, period. I went from working in a nightclub with no knowledge on financial markets, period, to now making money from my phone/laptop in the financial markets from anywhere in the world. Exclamation point. It's been amazing, period. My Instagram is, then she gives her Instagram and the little heart sign. So it's really sort of unclear if she wants people to go to her Instagram and see her modeling thing. I don't really know what Talia's aim here is. Now let's look at the distribution of those one-star reviews. I had to do this by month, and as you see, there really is no concentration, except for some reason in April of 2025. There was a small bump. These are really not statistically significant, anywhere between 1 and 4, distributed evenly over a 12-month period. And here is a common one. And I'm going to read this the same way that I read the others, because a lot of them truly broke my heart, and this one is heartbreaking in its own way. This one-star review reads, a company not involved in the trading field, interest, subscription money. And it reads like this: if you want to waste your money on nothing, join them. This company is interested in subscribing trainees to trading. It is a marketing company for trading only. Its purpose is not educational, but only subscriptions. Subscriptions are sold by people who only want the commission when you subscribe. If you have anything in the field of shopping, not trading, you can try them. But everyone who wants to learn the field of trading should stay away from such a company. Warning, warning. And one of the reasons why I threw this in is because I'm old enough to remember the original Lost in Space and the robot waving his arms around, shouting, warning, warning, Will Robinson. Let this be a warning to you folks. Your skills, knowledge, and experience are way too valuable to waste in an MLM. That's all I've got. I'll see you in the next one.